published 1744 Eastern Standard Time, the 1st of March 2018, updated 3:28 Eastern Standard Time, the 2nd of March 2018. Manchester City produced the second emphatic win over Arsenal in a matter of days after a dominant 3-0 win on Thursday evening. Bernardo Silva opened the scoring before David Silva and Leroy Sane struck to ensure the Carabao Cup winners cruised to victory. Deepening the Gunners' woes, Here Sportsmail looks at some of the things you may have missed from Thursday's match at the Emirates. Manchester City recorded their second win over Arsenal in less than a week on Thursday night, with the beast from the east threatening Thursday's game. From even going ahead, ground staff in North London took to painting the lines blue in a bid to combat further snowfall. The traditional white lines are too easily disguised for the referee, and linesmen should snow cover the pitch and blue lines. Creeping into more games after Tottenham used them for their FA Cup replay against Rocale on Wednesday. And while the lines at the Emirates were blue, it was Pep Guardiola's Blues that left North London with reason to cheer as they went 16 points clear at the top of the Premier League. Arsenal resorted to using blue lines as further snowfall was predicted to cover the white lines for the majority of Thursday's game. City's players and staff had everything under the control until Guardiola's notes were blown onto the pitch. While it was not totally clear what the notes depicted, many were quick to point out they appear to have Arsenal players as the focus. Speaking in commentary, Gary Neville said, "Guardiola's notes seem to have blown onto the pitch. I would chase after them if I were on the Arsenal bench." Pep Guardiola's notes from the dugout were blown onto the pitch with his side winning 3-0. The bizarre moment saw the Catalan manager unable to retrieve them as the wind took hold. Since joining Manchester City, Edson has been a revelation in goal and has been one of the standout players in the division. From the spot, his record is flawless, and he was not willing to let that go when Arsenal striker Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang stepped up to reduce the scoreline on Thursday. Ironically, the last time the two faced off was in February 2017 when Benfica faced Borussia Dortmund and the Brazilian goalkeeper called the Gabon striker's bluff to save the penalty. The Sky Sports pundits lambasting of Arsenal's players during the Carabao Cup final defeat to Manchester City became a key talking point ahead of the two sides' second meet-up in a week on Thursday. Referring to the club's players as spineless and German defender Shkodran Mustafi as pathetic, Neville was keen to meet some Arsenal supporters face-to-face. The former Manchester United defender braved the cold pre-match on Thursday to speak to Gunners supporters in his own version of Arsenal Fan TV, with some agreeing with his criticism, others suggesting he had gone too far. At Wembley, Gary Neville went to speak to Arsenal fans in a style famed by YouTube stars Arsenal Fan TV. The pundit spoke with fans who felt he was too harsh on the Gunners after the Carabao Cup, despite the club's announcement that the official attendance was 58,420. Many commenters believed the ground was no more than half as swaths of empty seats dominated television pictures. And Neville, who appears unwilling to ease up on the Gunners of late, believes the empty seats was less to do with the weather, and more to do with the performances. "There's an objection going on," he said. "I'm sure this stadium would be if they were going for the league irrespective of the conditions." Despite Arsenal announcing an attendance over 58,000, the ground saw plenty of empty seats. The ticket office showed a message sold out, but inside the stadium suggested different, with temperatures well below freezing and question marks about whether the game was to go ahead. Many are likely to have made alternative plans for their evening. A warm house or a freezing cold Emirates to Arsenal served another lesson from Pep Guardiola's side. Well, one Arsenal fan looked to get the best of both worlds as he brought his duvet along with him to the game. One Arsenal fan resorted to bringing a duvet with him as temperatures fell well below freezing.